Sophia, the three of us are planning a vacation together.
Without me?
Well, we were hoping that maybe you'd stay here and watch the house.
Why don't you take the house? I'll stay here and watch the hole in the ground.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Ma.
Brooke Shields takes her mother everywhere.
She just found out about it.
Stan's here. What is he doing here?
Well, he needs my signature on some papers, so I told him he could stop by. Where is he?
I left him on the doorstep. I wanted the neighbors to see what a bunch of galoop you married.
I'll be back in a minute.
So where is this vacation spot you're going to where they don't allow
Can't
money?
afford to buy a house. What do we have for collateral? A gay cook?
Rose, nobody is getting married. Now let's go talk to Blanche.
Dorothy, we'll become bag ladies. Blanche.
Come here.
Everybody, this is Harry. Harry, this is Rose.
Rose.
And Dorothy.
Dorothy.
And this is Sophia.
Well, you must be Blanche's sister.
You must be blind.
Sophia's home just burned down.
Well, that's terrible.
Not to me. Everybody's your friend.
Oh, Sophia, I don't think it's a good idea to drink in the park.
Hey, I do it once a month with the girls from the Cloud Society.
The Cloud Society?
Yeah, we stake out a bench, knock a few sherries back, and discuss what we think the clouds look like.
Good for being in the ground for 2 hours.
Rose, what are you doing?
Watching the cheese balls.
You're supposed to be watching Dorothy.
I was watching Dorothy. But every time I watch her, Sophia eats a cheese ball.
Honey, let her have the darn cheese balls. Nobody else wants them.
Blanche, what's wrong?
Nothing.
What is it, Blanche?
Nothing.
But you've been crying, honey. Or are those tears of joy?
Joy. Joy.
Is that joy?
It doesn't look like joy.
Miller dance? It wasn't really the Glenn Miller Orchestra. It was Dick Singleton and the Singletones. Their motto was, if you close your eyes, you think it's Glenn Miller. Believe me, no matter what you did, you knew it was Dick Singleton.
What'd she do? Play the piano?
She plays the piano. You just wait till you see this. Okay, honey, come on, it's showtime. Yeah, come on, sweetheart. Oh, I know, here we go. Okay, Cal.
I'm not, and please, call me Jake.
My pleasure.
I once had an Uncle Jake. Of course, he could never cook. He also could never get through our family 4th of July picnic without unzipping his overalls.
Too bad your uncle can't make it to the banquet. So, tell me, Jake. Not so terrific.
3 cakes.
Yeah. Rose had planned a surprise birthday party for me. You were still living at Shady Pines.
You mean the home. Say it, Dorothy, the home.
Anyway, Rose had planned the surprise birthday party for me. Oh, I'll never forget it. I've never had such a surprise.
Find him. All we need is a logical plan. You go check out the attic, and I'll look around outside in case he wandered off.
Good. I feel better now. At least we have a plan.
You can't pick men and you can't pick pizza.
That ball past your hip.
Rose, everyone is finished and I checked the score. If you can pick up a spare in the last frame, we'll be leading the tournament.
Consider it done, Mom.
Oh, 2. My husband was a fan. None of the cigars, the boxes. We used to keep all our fine cutlery in one.
Blanche was right. She said you were incorrigible.
I guess I deserve it. I always say she's a cheap slut.
Maybe we better be going.
Yes. It was...
Let's.
Really? Would you like to go to bed with me?
Take me out to the ball game. Sally, these seats are pretty far from the field.
Yeah. Dorothy, baseball was meant to be seen from the bleachers in small, intimate parks with real grass. If there's anything I hate, it is artificial turf.
That never stopped you from wearing it on your head.
Sophie, I'm having too much fun to be bothered by your insults. Are you comfy, babe?
Yeah. You know, this must be my lucky day.
Call 911. Call 911. 911. It's 911. Give me the fire department.
And now I can afford some accessories for it.
Like a purse.
Like an aviator. Here, let's just put that lucky ticket in my jacket pocket for safekeeping till tomorrow.
I think we really ought to go out to dinner to celebrate.
What a great idea! I'll go freshen up.
I'll get my purse.
Come out, we'll make 'em eat dirt for breakfast. Because breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Hi, girls. How's it going? How was practice, Rose? The boys okay? No time to chat now. I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Lunch! You're meeting him again, aren't you?
Oh, Dorothy.
Who else? Quality time together. You know, sometimes we'll be watching TV and I start wondering how many more times I have left like that. And I find myself staring at her and like I'm trying to freeze her face in my memory. Like I never want to forget one single line or wrinkle.
So what do you think?
They're adorable.
They're perfect for the show.
Take 5. Go wait in the van. It's not professional to have them here while I'm negotiating.
Negotiating. Sophia, this show is for charity.
The word charity is not in a good agent's vocabulary.
Ma,
Dorothy, don't smash the Play-Doh.
sorry.
Well, as far as doctors go, you've certainly seen the best.
The best don't exist anymore. The best are dead.
Well, I don't know about that.
You're the exception, Harry. I didn't mean you. So do you think I'm crazy too?
Dorothy, I think you're very sane. Just because a doctor hasn't found something doesn't mean there isn't something there.
Are you serious? Well, how come you know that and they don't?
First of all, dear, I know you. You're a stable person, and if you say you're sick, you...
Francis as in Francie or Francis as in Frank?
I don't know. It's wearing yellow.
We could find out, Rose.
Oh.
Put on the Dolphins game and see if it watches by looking, Rose.
We could change its diaper and see if it...
David Brittingham?
What happened to him?
God told David to drive into a wall at 80 miles an hour.
What are you doing? Dorothy's going through her high school yearbook to see who all's dead.
That's my pussycat. Fun, fun, fun.
Ma, do you remember Helen Colquist?
Was she that tremendous...
Good morning.
Morning, Rose.
Wait a second. There's something different about you. Didn't you used to have a neck?
It's tension. It always goes to the same place. My shoulders tighten, my neck gets stiff, and I can't turn my head.
You mean you can't move your neck at all? Stories.
Oh, yeah. The boogeyman and the little girl. The zombie in the hamper. Cannibal parents. I think between the ages of 5 and 7, you might have gotten 2 hours sleep.
Dorothy, why don't you ever come to California to visit me? Fatigue.
And then what did he say?
He wants to match the heartbeats that this records to my activities. So for the next 24 hours, I have to write down everything I do.
And you're not embarrassed to have him read that smut?
I'm proud of you, Blanche. Boy, if this were me, I would be really scared.
When I'm scared, are you?
Ma, Gloria is my sister. I'm Dorothy.
I know. There'll be other dates for Gloria. Yeah, I gotta agree with you, Mrs. Ferguson. Bobby Vinton is the king of rock and roll.
None of the kids are interested in learning how to diagram sentences. I really don't get it. I mean, am I the only one who thinks diagramming sentences is fun?
You talk like this on dates, don't you?
Dorothy, you're a substitute. Your job isn't actually to teach.
Then what is it?
But to keep...
I sat there at 2 in the morning listening to Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. And then after an eternity, he comes back on the line eating chips. And he says, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, but I'm the only one here. My phone's been ringing off the hook." I said, "Officer, what about my husband?" And then he's...
You've been dating him and he dumped you, and now you're getting even by telling me.
No, that's
I've
not...
heard this before. I can't tell you how many times.
You have?
You think you're the first? Please. The first time Al slept with someone else was on our honeymoon.
No.
In Paris.
I'm just thinking out loud, but isn't Atlanta where the Center for Disease Control is?
Coincidence.
Hey, these are all right. When I look through them backwards, you actually look demure. Slut.
Mail call. Ah, Ma, here's a letter for you from Palermo.
Then they went out and got a real neighborhood nymphomaniac to play. But Susan said, she said, "Well, Rose is somebody I like a lot. She's kind of a character that I really love." And Jay,
What do you think, Blanche? Am I through with my cycle?
Well, I'd say menopause is a pretty good guess. You're about as puffy as the Pillsbury Doughboy.
I was talking about my exercycle. His memory. There's Charlie, my husband, not Charlie, my granddaughter. But you'd know that if you were still awake. But then today, I found that the lies I've been telling about Charlie are hurting Charlie. Husband and granddaughter respectively.
Now it's settled. I'll have a nurse here tomorrow.
Wouldn't it be cheaper to just set me adrift on some ice floe?
If it were, do you think you'd still be here?
Hi, we're back.
Oh, hi, honey. And what did you do today?
Grandma took me down to the docks to watch the sail.
Well, I'm off. If you need something to keep you occupied tonight, Rose, why don't you take out a good book and see if you can find Waldo?
I've never liked her.
This is the second man she's gone away with since she arrived yesterday.
Well, she's 20 years old. She's a young lady. I don't have any right to butt into her life.
Well, I think you should talk to her mother.
Oh, I can't do that.
Why not?
Because Lucy trusts me. Ever since she was a little girl, she and I have... This is helping me make out an ironclad will.
Wait, you're using Rose as a lawyer?
I know what I'm doing. Every Thursday I watch La La.
If you're old enough to remember when Sinatra was skinny, please send letter and photo. This is the one. He's perfect. I found myself a man.
I just got a call from Thor Anderson in St. Olaf. He's going to be in Miami next week, and we're getting together for dinner and to talk about old times.
So?
Blanche! Dorothy! Go, Dorothy, go!
I took you.
Look, Ma, you know what I'm talking about. You complain, you belittle.
You know, Dorothy, I think maybe you're being too hard on her. I know how difficult buying shoes can be. Sometimes you get yourself a really good-looking salesman and you try...
It's okay, I didn't want my salad anyway.
I'm sorry.
Sucrete?
Oh, no, thank you. I'm still sucking on a Smith Brothers. Well, good evening.
When I come to the next morning, just stinking to high heaven, I look down and I've got this scorpion tattooed on my belly. But it's nice work. You want to see it?
No! Well, where did you find him? He's disgusting.
Well, but at least I have a man.
Have one. Sounds like you swallowed one.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention?
Gorgeous! Let's give us both a big hand! Girls, I am so sorry. Oh, so am I. Safely, and you won't have to lie to the phone company. Lie! I forgot my purse. Oh. I know I'm forgetting something else. I know it. I just know.
Oh, come on. Now, Rose, calm down.
Are you sure you want to go through with this?
Oh, yes. But Lily and I have barely spoken since she left. That was 2 months ago.
Sugar, I didn't expect to see you here.
Daddy, I just heard what happened, and I'm so sorry. I truly am.
Oh, don't worry. It's my own fault. If I wasn't such a stubborn old fool.
Now, don't be hard on yourself.
Well, it's true. I never should have tried that.
Oh, men are so lucky. They never get periods in the first place, so they never have to stop getting them, so they don't have to go through any of this.
They blame us for being crazy when we get them and crazy when we don't.
I remember the first time I got my period. Nobody had told me anything about it. Boy, was I surprised.
You mean your mother didn't tell you?
My mother was very prim and proper.
We got the message, we got the flowers.
Come on, Ma.
Well, I also told her that Rose and I are getting out of the sandwich game.
Well, when we went over the books, the profits weren't quite what we expected.
Tell me, is Blanche back yet?
Oh, she's in the living room.
Thanks. I call her a tramp.
What?
You heard me, tramp. Tramp, tramp, tramp.
Dorothy, we have always had our differences, but I don't think you've ever said anything so vicious or so cruel. I don't believe I'll ever be able to speak to you again.
Hey, come on! Don't rush me. It's gonna take as long as it's gonna take.
I don't believe this. There's a man in our bathroom.
Dorothy, relax. Let me handle this. Hello there. Excuse me, sir. Are you married?
No, as a matter of fact, I'm not. You ladies should be grateful. It was our superior sailing skill that saved your lives.
Hanging on to the mast and screaming, "Please, God, take the old ladies, but don't hurt us." That does not qualify as skill.
Look, ladies, we've taken all the guff we're gonna take off of you.
No, it's been at least 2 or 3 letters since you wrote a poem.
He doesn't write poems, Blanche. We write poems. Actually, Lord Byron writes poems. We just copy them onto loose-leaf paper.
In cleverly disguised handwriting, I might add.
Oh, I don't know why I let you talk me into this. I mean, it is out of control. We have to tell Rose the truth.
Oh, we
I'll bet you were surprised when Rose called you up out of thin air and invited you out.
Yes, I was. I don't date very much. I mean, I try. I took a lot of good-natured ribbing before I left the boarding house this evening.
Hi, I'm ready.
Rose, this is I know what you're thinking, that I'm only after your money. But I love you from the depths of my soul. The fact that you're a wealthy widow only makes me want to protect you, not to take advantage of you.
Whoa, Willie, you got your butt.
It's Christmas. Look, please have some cheesecake on me, all right?
Oh, well, that's very sweet.
My pleasure.
Now I know I'm depressed. I don't even want this cheesecake.
Are you ladies having a bad Christmas?
The worst.
I'm a little down myself. I mean, it's tough working on Christmas Eve. I wish I had a little time to spend with my family.
Oh, we know exactly how you feel.
Oh, Gina Lola Brigida. This is my surprise?
Yes. So happy birthday, Ma.
Happy birthday? You call this old bag a present?
You brought me all the way from Sicily to be insulted?
I hate that woman.
You know, Blanche, I have a recurring dream. John Cameron Swayze straps a Timex to my chin and tosses me across an icy pond. I looked it up in a book of symbols, but it wasn't there. That's it, I'm done.
What do you want me to do, bring down a curtain?
iPad talk.
I can't, Dorothy. I've got 6 people waiting in the van, and they're kind of a rowdy bunch.
Rose, don't you think you're overdoing this?
Overdoing what?
Oh, come on, Rose. It's okay to want to get more out of life, but you're pushing yourself too hard.
I can handle it.
No, you can't, and neither can we. You're driving us crazy.
Hey, I'm just trying to live my life.
Around here. And besides, you have your own friends, don't you?
Well, I've sort of lost touch with my new beach friends. Well, that's okay. I'm a loner. A rebel. Wow, I can't believe I'm actually living right on the beach.
Jumped on his stallion and rode that horse thief down, and then to teach me a lesson about the justice system, Granddaddy dragged that horse thief into court with me as the star witness. I had to testify in front of a packed courtroom.
You must have been terrified.
Oh, honey, I was. I didn't know what to wear.
News. They're sending me back.
Oh, Mario, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
Oh, it's so unfair. I can't believe it. But listen, this doesn't mean that we're going to have to give up. We're going to fight this. There are legal ways to keep you in this country, and tomorrow morning we're going to find out.
I'm so upset about it, I can't sleep.
Well, then why don't you give him a call?
Oh, honey, I can't do that. He just tried to persuade me to see him again. That's out of the question.
I don't understand what's wrong with Jake. I think he's wonderful. And you're miserable without him.
Well, that may be, but in some ways, in some very important ways, we're just...
Honey! Oh!
Hello, Princess.
Daddy.
Oh,
Oh, honey, so good to see you again.
You look wonderful.
I guess you have some pretty big news for us, huh, Kate?
Rose, I don't give them their privacy.
Fail for 18 years, you and Charlie?
Yeah, of course. Right after dinner.
Well, no wonder you never heard of I Love Lucy.
Of course, as it turned out, I was just overreacting. I mean, it was a...
Goodbye again.
Bye, darling. Oh, Dorothy, I'm so glad things worked out.
Oh, me too.
Maybe you're not a grandmama yet, but you're still a darn good mama.
And Kate's going to be a darn good mama, too, sometime.
Okay.
Just stay down. This is Mullins. I need an ambulance and backup at the Richmond Street Stakeout. My partner's been shot.
Oh!
Yeah, you know, at first I was really scared.
Roger, Edgar, Bert, Leonard. Well, what are they all doing here? I invited everybody in your address book.
The little red one by my nightstand?
No, the little black one next to your hot body oil dispenser.
Wait a minute. And chinos and ties and professors with just a touch of gray at the temple. Wise, learned men who look up your skirt if you're sitting in the first row. Meetings with them so they can explain Plato. And they lean over your books with you.
They use laser beams on me. Zap, zap, just like that. No more cataracts.
Dynamite.
You black?
Laser beams, huh?
Give me a break, you old geezer. The sun's reflecting off the sand.
Who are you calling an old geezer?
What am I, Kreskin? How should I know what your name is?
If you didn't have...
I can last just as long as you can.
Oh, Dorothy, please. I think I do have a little more endurance than you.
Blanche, we are not dancing on our backs.
You take that back.
I will not.
If no one minds. I wrote some things down, but I'd just rather talk. The funeral was for my Aunt Gretchen. I didn't know her very well. The only thing I remembered about her is she used to scare me. Jumping out of my closet at night, putting false fangs.
Total
of myself in front of the press. I'm the laughing stock of the entire country. What am I going to tell my mother?
Your mother's from St. Olaf. She'll understand.
I'm just stupid. I'm a dim-witted, dumb, simple-minded, grade-A Minnesota chucklehead.
Slanderous and downright malicious rumors in my political career. But this rumor is the worst kind of rumor. This is a true rumor. It actually happened, just like you said.
Well, not with me, it didn't.
Mr. Kessler, who was the woman?
Well, I can't.
Just what are you trying to imply?
Slut trash?
Now, girls, settle down before you say something you'll both regret.
You know what her problem is?
Tossed me aside like a ratty old pair of sweat socks. Well, I'm not like you, Dorothy. I'm not used to that kind of humiliation. I've never told anyone this before, but I have a fragile ego.
It'll be our little secret.
I'm ready for class.
You look like you're going to a cocktail party.
Sí, mucho bazumas.
Well, gracias, honey.
Hi, it's me, Stan.
Come on in, Stan. Oh, so...
Honey, it has coming to it.
And I'll bet you do a fine job of it.
Thank you. However, I have no personal stake in this whatsoever. Now, is that understood?
Oh, yes, yes.
You bet, my man.
Then cut the crap, paisan.
Rose, honey, what are you still doing up?
Studying for my Spanish test, like somebody else I know should be.
Don't strain yourself. Here.
Blanche, these are the answers to the test. Where did you...
Difficult to hear, but you're probably right.
I knew you were a quack. If you were a legitimate shrink, you would have strung us along for months.
St. Gustav by plane, Dorothy. You have to go by toboggan. Of course, traveling in the summer is really rough on the old hiney.
But it's a great way to rack up lots of frequent tobogganer mileage.
You can't be serious. Charlie read you every one of my letters?
Well, selected passages. He selfishly kept the more intimate sections to himself. And one, please.
I used to write him every Sunday right after church. The reason they were so expensive was he had used all imported meats and cheeses.
You know, that story still tickles me just as much as the first time Charlie told it to me.
It just amazes me how much you know about my life with Charlie.
Rose.
I wanted to be the nice one. I bought a new dress, too.
Mr. Marty's on Market Street, where every dress is a guaranteed one-of-a-kind original?
If we have the same dress, Mr. Marty's going to be left with one of a kind.
Ma, I need to talk to someone.
Sure, come in. I can hear Pavarotti live from the net anytime. What's the problem?
Ma, I'm upset about Rose.
Me too. I thought I was finally going to get a room with some someone.
Hi, Laszlo. Come in. Blanche is...
You need something to go in that skillet.
A car? We want a car.
No, a lifetime supply of soup. Yes, it's soup, and more soup, every kind you can imagine, and it's yours for the rest of your lifetime. Well, that's our show for today, folks. Contestants, come on down and get...
See, we could be 100. Fine, I'll wipe it off. Tomorrow, I'll be in a wheelchair.
Good night, Bob.
Good night. Keep it up, I'll be the Dramamine.
We do a lot of things real people do.
Except for one very important thing. Boy, is that going to put a hitch in Dorothy's plans.
Hello, I'm Rose Nyland. You must be Frank. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Thank you, Rose. That's very nice.
To me.
Enjoy it while it lasts. Now, good night.
Honey, oh, hi, Dorothy. Honey, can I talk to you?
No, go away.
But I can't sleep, Sophia, and it's all because Rose isn't talking to me.
I could care less. Now, get out of my room.
Sophia?
I'm not in. Wait for the beep, then leave a message.
And what does this have to do with the diary?
Suddenly, I'm on Nightline. I was just trying to tell a story here.
There's no point, Sophia. They've done something terrible and I'll never be able to forgive them.
Rose, isn't there anything we can do?
No, absolutely not. I'm unyielding on this.
Rose, can't you think of anything that'll make us still be friends?
No, this time you've crossed the line.
What do you mean you're not calling the police? The man just told you we robbed a bank.
He also told me he had a very good reason. He did it for love.
Gee, the most any man...
Sophia, I came to get you.
Forget it. You kissed this pleasure palace goodbye when you stole that money.
Come on, get ready. You're going with me. I've got a brand new Harley Davidson out in the driveway.
I didn't know you could ride a motorcycle.
Can't. I pushed it up.
What do you think, Ma? Is she beautiful?
Wow, he's really getting along great with his future mother-in-law.
Rose, that's Lorraine, you idiot.
Lorraine, I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, that's all right. A lot of people are confused by the age difference.
Listen, Dorothy, just a word of caution. I almost lost my Becky when I stuck my nose into her business. Now, believe me, it is not worth it.
Blanche is right. The same thing happened to the Big Botters back in St. Olaf. You see, Gretchen had this thing for Buddy, but Mr. Big Botter didn't approve. He did his best to keep them apart.
Excuse me. Did a white man and a wrinkled old black woman just come in here?
She meant a regal black woman and a scuzzy little white boy.
Mom.
Thank you, Rose. Happy Mother's Day.
It's a really sweet story, Rose.
Yeah, right. So sell it to the Reader's Digest. Now let's get out of here.
Must be Michael.
Hello? Hello, Michael.
Okay, that's it.
Seen another woman?
Are you sure?
Yes. We used to see each other constantly. Now I'm lucky to see him twice a week. If he's not seeing another woman, what else could he be doing?
Maybe he paints like Red Skelton.
Rose, would you please hand me my grade book?
Sure.
Thank you.
Can't believe this.
I'm sorry, Rose, but I have to grade you like everybody else.
Look, Dorothy, you made a mistake. I got that question right.
Rose, the question was, who was the leader of the Third Reich? You wrote Fritz Stickelmeyer, your high school history teacher. The correct answer...
What's inside, a pit or a pearl? This is a 25-cent nectarine.
Fine, sold.
Well, don't stand there like a bump on a pickle. Give the man a quarter. Haven't we learned anything from the tragic examples of Mike Douglas and Ferdinand Marcos?
Come on, Sophia. You know, a little lunch might cheer you up.
You brought yours? Nah, this is a nectarine fillet. I'm having the usual as soon as the sausage guy comes. So let's...
Johanna!
Well, hello there. You guys ready for bed already? Yeah, I guess we are. We're very tired.
Yeah, we took care of a lot of odds and ends around the house today. What did you do, Ma?
What did I do today? What I do every day.
Oh, hi, Rose. Oh, Rose, now come on. You're not still mad at us because we changed your Woman of the Year application.
Honey, we're so sorry. I just hate it when you're mad at us and get like this.
Okay, you're forgiven.
Oh, Rose.
That was easy.
Well, I fought it all over and you were...
I'm calling the hospital.
No, Dorothy, stop. Look, I really feel like this is all my fault. That's why I'm getting him. He's the best, and I'm going to pay for him.
You paying for something?
What are you saying? I'm cheap?
Well, of course she's saying you're cheap. You're the only man I know who owns a time...
The rebel. I wanted to see the world. That's why after high school I went to St. Gustav University to study Latin.
I didn't know you studied Latin.
First in my class. Orothy Day.
Quiet. This has been a big mistake. I thought Sophia was in the shower. Hand me my glasses. I'm blind as a bat without them.
Shut up, Max. The Fender Hooven rocket. What was a beauty. Fritz really had vision. Actually, he had double vision, which is why it had 8 tires.
So, what happened?
He never got off the ground. Bad promotion.
Here you go, Padre. Thanks for everything.
Brother, can you spare
£2. He's our best player. If Billy doesn't play, the team can't win.
Rose, rules were made for people like Billy. Little bodies don't like it when big bodies fall on them.
Which is why Raymond Burr never married.
Otherwise, you might never have known you even had it.
Okay, here's the game plan. We
feel so undesirable.
Oh, honey, we all have at some point. I know, Blanche, not you. No, I remember when Stanley and I were going through this. We tried everything, relaxation techniques, hypnosis. I fed the man so many oysters when he passed.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to Sunny Meadows.
Oh, thank you. We'd love... Whoa!
This Klingon Spritzer's showing.
Excuse me. Where would you like me to put this?
Oh, buy me a drink and we'll talk.
Blanche!
I'm sorry. Just hold on to it. Them.
Hope is not your father. He has no idea who you are, and he's not about to come anywhere near this place.
That's not true. He's here in Miami. It's right in today's paper.
Well, she's right. He is in a golf tournament here.
Apology accepted.
Rose, what the hell are you talking about? That doesn't mean that he's going to be in our show.
Don't you see, Dorothy? He's here in Miami because he knows I need him. Oh, this is all working out. I can feel it.
Dorothy, I think I might have a way to get Mr. Hope to be in our show after all. Why don't we go over there to that golf tournament, find Mr. Hope and mix... You mean and lose all our money?
Yes.
That's the most touching thing I've ever heard. I don't know what to say.
I do. Fat chance, Grandpa. That's my minor point. My major point is that, like Rosie, you're screwing around in the bedroom when there are important things to do outside.
Yeah, I can't believe it. That makes sense. I mean, you went the long way around, but that actually makes sense.
Here, you take them.
Oh, come on, Rose.
No, I insist. I mean, obviously you don't believe me. I think this is the best way to prove it.
Rose, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, I couldn't sleep, so I decided to rearrange the kitchen cabinets. I'm sorry I woke you. Go on back to bed.
Rose, what do you do with these?
Nothing.
You were looking for those pills, weren't you? Blanche, get rid of them.
You can't do that. They're mine.
Get rid of them, Blanche.
No.
I thought you said you could take these or leave them.
Well, that's true. Oh, Dorothy.
Listen, this is not just going to go away, Rose.
I know. But I think the first step is for me to make that call.
Every animal on the farm. I never learned how to make friends.
You never learned how to keep friends. You never thought of anybody but yourself. It's about time you stopped looking around for other people to blame. This is your problem. Oh, I always used to feel so guilty for not getting along.
Well, I guess it's my shift.
It's okay, Dorothy. I think she's finally asleep.
Oh, thank God, I am exhausted. Haven't been this tired since my wedding night.
Out in the street and never speak to me again. Please, at least hear me out.
All right, Stanley, we'll listen to what you have to say.
Beautiful. How about we all go someplace and get comfortable, get some coffee, have something to eat?
I'll go change.
Why? We're only going into the kitchen.
Oh, that is so typical. All those swamis are just out for a buck. I mean, they can't teach you anything that anyone with any common sense doesn't already know.
I didn't know that.
A visual aid.
Oh, really, Ramdas? If it's all so easy, let's hear you answer this.
It's terrible. I've never been so humiliated in my entire life.
That's not true. What about the time you got caught with the Orkin man?
Don't comfort me, Rose.
All right, girl.
So the reason you want to use our cars is so you can deliver pizzas?
No, actually, what I would really like for you girls to do is be my drivers. I belong to the front office, supervising, franchising, teasing the high school girls that work for me. I sense I may have just lost you. Oh, what the?
The town started digging like crazy, kneeling by the grave, using their hands even, dirt flying and Beatrice screaming. And when they opened that coffin, there he was, dead as a doornail.
Give you swollen glands, sore throat, and all the other symptoms. Now, there are certain blood tests which we'll do, and if those results are abnormal, that combined with the exclusion of the other diseases will compose a profile that actually thousands of people fit.
So I really have something real.
I would say you most certainly do. But we should have our answers in a couple of weeks.
Nobody told me it was dinner time.
Ma, it's not dinner, it's the middle of the night.
Good, then I'm dressed for it.
Blanche is upset.
Well, you would be too if your daughter... Oh, I can't even say it.
What could have happened? The two of you were getting so close. Possibly do.
Dorothy's right. The sun's rays can be dangerous. Now there's a hole in the ozone layer.
If you all are out here to try to get me to patch things up with Rebecca, you can forget it.
Blanche, there comes a time when you have to let your daughter make her own decisions. I remember, Dorothy, when you were the best consumer reporter ever.
I didn't realize you were such a fan.
Oh, my, yes. Enrique Mas is a great champion of the people. Besides, he has all that gorgeous black hair. And those swarthy Latin good looks and the sexy way he rolls his R's, Enrique. I'd love to get us at the rally.
Oh, no, Rose.
Oh, yeah, Doc? Oh, do. Oh, get out of yourself. It's for a noble cause.
Or are you so self-centered that you'd rather wallow in self-pity?
You're right. I'll do it.
Oh, good. Rose, Dorothy's taking my place.
Sweetheart, I came as soon as I could.
Things got out of hand down at the dock. I'm fine.
Don't worry. I called Ken. He's parking the car.
Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Ken is going to save us. Everybody, did you hear that? We'll be out of here in no time.
Translated, it means, I hope you have a license to carry that gefürfen.
And this is a quality that you look for in a man?
Yes. Oh, maybe I'm crazy to be so attracted by someone I hardly know, but I can't. Questions. Where does this go? What does this do? And he followed me to plumbing, where I bought a see-through shower curtain.
And where is he now? Tied to the roof rack of your car?
Maybe he's just a hypochondriac.
Really?
Well, let's take a look. So, you've been keeping these ladies busy, have you?
Oh, I didn't mind. I have such a highly developed maternal instinct.
Because Mother's dead, you two could never stand the sight of each other.
I had forgotten how much you look like George, how much you sound like him.
I can't help it, I'm his brother. Aren't you going to introduce me?
Too. Oh, where are my manners? Oh, Jamie, these are my friends Dorothy and Bill.
Well, I guess this is goodbye.
See, I came around to your side.
You gave him money, didn't you?
It's not like it's Rose. You answer it.
I'm not going to answer. I don't want to have to lie for you. It's your daughter.
We're not that close. You better answer it the next time. She's going to get mad. $100 so I can get my TV. And I've been working on what we can tell Blanche about that plate. I wrote it down. You be Rose, why don't I be Sophia? This is what we'll say right after they walk in the door. Hi, Blanche. You look beautiful. Welcome home. I love you.
I broke up. Thanks, girls, for coming down and helping out.
Oh,
it was
thank
wonderful.
you for having us.
I'm glad you
Rose.
asked. And hey, Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry
Thank you guys for everything.
Don't you be a stranger now.
Oh, don't worry. I'll come back tomorrow and get the rest of my stuff.
Keep us posted. Let us know how you're doing. Don't forget, Tuesday we have mime class.
Mime class?
Rose, what do you think? A sex-crazed psycho with a granny complex. Sorry, Blanche, I gotta call him as I see him.
Look, Pussycat, I found matching dresses we can order for the...
To run. Suddenly you were out of sight. It was very painful for me.
For me, too. I ran face first into the crossing signal.
Rose, have dinner with me tonight. You know, Miles can have you for the rest of his life, but...
Time. Is it just me, or did anybody else notice the buns on that priest?
Rose, honey, take it easy, breathe deeply. It'll be all right.
Don't worry, honey. Nothing to worry about. We're here to...
I'm going to find Mangiacavallo. I wanted to see the tasty little morsel he let slip through his fingers. Where's Doug?
Oh, he's checking our coats. Blanche, I want to thank you. You know, he's really a very nice guy.
Well, that's fine for you, but I don't know why I even came. This is the last time I ever date a doctor. And that
ice cream.
My gosh, you're right. That is the best thing I have ever tasted.
Oh, this is delicious.
Won't you just come see the place? You know, they have one of the biggest and best birthing centers right here in Miami.
Those theme park people are always thinking, aren't they?
Oh, come on. Now, Blanche, before you close your mind, the least you can do is just take a look at the place.
I'll go with you if you need support. Just give me...
Trampoline Village.
I told you, I thought you were taking me to Shady Pines. To tell you the truth, I was beginning to look forward to the Chicken a la King.
Oh, you really think I was trying to deceive you?
Well, I was, but I don't anymore. Now I think you're trying to kill me.
Ma, I know you're frightened, but do you think that I would be pushing for this out?
All these years wondering and hurting. But now, by his bringing us together, I believe he's forgiven me.
My mother, did you love her?
Yes, very, very much. But then the abbot found out.
What happened?
Should be nice of you.
I'm sorry, Blanche. I've given you some really bad advice here. Look, Stanley, if you're here to beg me again to go to that reception, forget it.
Hey, Stanley's born act does not beg, okay? I'm a man. I have my self-respect.
I can still see Big Daddy sitting on the porch swing, swilling down home brew, picking off peaceniks with his BB gun. Oh, God, I miss that man.
Come on, honey. I'm sure our Big Daddy is always with you.
I forgot how much I love to travel.
You see, Jimmy, you put one foot in front of the other, that's all it takes. We're going to get you out of here. We're going to get you to that counselor.
Oh, no, we're not going to any counselor.
I thought you were tired of isolating.
Oh, I am. Dorothy, you're the first person I've trusted in years, and Now, Rose, don't be ridiculous. You can feel free to discuss any subject with me. Certainly, I remember our last appointment. The bill's already in the mail. No, there was nothing out of the ordinary.
Much noise in the living room.
So, did you make a decision?
Before I can even start to think about that, there's something I gotta do for me. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I need to ask for your forgiveness.
What? I'm the one who should be down on my knees after what I did.
George, the day you died, or didn't die, lots of you where I hate you.
Well, honey, you always were fiery. I love that about you.
There's more. Since the funeral, I've been with other men. Many, many men.
Hey, you look beautiful.
Boy, it has been a long time for you, hasn't it, big fella?
Well, let's get started, Rose. There's magic in the air tonight.
What do I do if he wants to go back to his place?
Tell him.
Much as I love you, little guy, we've got to do what's best for you. I wish I knew what to say to make leaving easier. You know, I used to have a little dog just like you back in St. Olaf.
She said St. Olaf, Bingo. I told you that's the attack command.
My name is Devereaux. Blanche Devereaux. Sophia, honey, you really ought to go out on the lanai. You're missing quite a shower.
I'm not missing anything. Where I'm from, the marriages are arranged.
I cannot take this another minute. Oh my God, it's Myra. This is who you've been scared of?
So you're Myra.
Watch out, she's dangerous.
Oh, I'm shaking.
You get that too? We've rented it 5 times and never made it through to the end.
I know, but it always works.
I do love you, Mabel, as a friend.
Like I said, sweetheart, you got a lot of class.
Life sucks.
Isn't this exciting, taking part in a protest? Standing up as free Americans and exercising our right to say we're mad as hell and we're not going to take it anymore.
I'm out of spit. Can I go now?
20 envelopes and you're ready to quit?
Cleavage or a lot of leg?
That depends on what you're going for. A chuckle or a guffaw.
Blanche, I think a conservative ensemble is in Sophia's best interest.
Oh, there'll be music?
Now, where you going?
You're always there for me. I appreciate that.
We're there for each other. Yep. I don't know of any other mothers and daughters who have gone through half of what we've gone through. I can't tell you how much it meant to me when you and I...
2.5 hours? I thought you died. What's wrong? 100% tip-top mental. My daughter may be no spring chicken, and her jaw might crack when she chews. And she may have noticeable trouble digesting raw vegetables. But one thing she's not is mental.
Well, I can't do this. You're just going to have to get yourself another Henny Penny.
Rose, honey, there's no reason to be upset about Henny Penny. Fairy tale.
He's our 5th Golden Girl.
Would you elaborate on that, please? Might be a lot of confusion around here.
We would not have this same show if we didn't have our 5th Golden Girl.
Thank you very much.
Every week. We only got him for 4 years.
We love her.
Well, we'll see. Honey, the pageant is just a few days away. You can go to that circus any old time. How many years can you enter the Little Miss contest?
Evidently 23.
At least my mother voted for me. Oh, I didn't set it up. You see, we're serving Cornish game hen.
Oh, well, now that you've explained it. But this still doesn't say anything about Jerry.
I know, but I've drawn a blank. I even called his brother. They haven't spoken since Jerry was arrested for public nudity. He was not. He was just a man. I mean, you've said yes to all the men, and you've been discriminating against the women.
I have not. It just so happens all the women we've seen have been horrible. Thank you.
Manager just told me they're turning the airwaves over to the National Weather Service. This studio has been designated an official hurricane shelter.
Oh, well, fine. But before I go, I would like to make one final plea. Now, I know there is goodness in your heart, and I know you want to give. Well, I am ready to take anything you have to offer.
Ma, stop that. Rose did save your life. Besides, you were not in heaven. You were probably just dreaming.
You don't believe me? Your father even sent a message.
I'm sure he did, but right now you should calm down, Ma. We can talk about that later.
Ignatius on his way to the airport.
Pontiff? Oh, no, Rose, let him go. No, Father, I wouldn't feel right. I'm here for crow's feet.
Well, you're right. He doesn't do that.
Sophia, you won't believe it. You know who's here? The Pope is here. Blanche, what happened with Jerry?
He said he wants...
See people suffer?
No.
And isn't it true that from time to time she bullies the women she lives with?
No.
For the record, Your Honor, this witness has the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen. Blanche, what did Dorothy really feel about Angela?
You had gotten your first job.
Yeah, back then you could give blood every week. Remember the time your mother took care of the baby? It was our first time alone in a year.
You bought me wine and flowers, I remember.
Remember how much fun we had in that apartment that night?
I remember. on, Rose, you do it too.
Well,
Oh, come on.
You see? You don't need money to have fun.
Oh, I love you, Miles.
I love you too, Rose.
Guy comes to the door, he talks too fast, you get confused. You'd think they'd have more respect for senior citizens.
I lent him the car.
Oh, come on, Blanche. You have to admit, when you get to our age, there are people who can outwit us.
I gave him the car. I knew exactly.
I am the wolf, boom, boom, the big bad wolf, boom, boom, hello.
Really glad y'all are having such a good time.
Kirsten, I know this looks a little strange, but honestly it isn't.
Look, I really don't care. I'm thinking about my mother now.
Did you find out anything?
Oh, she's very lucky to have all of you.
Honey, she is very lucky to have you too.
No, she's not.
Kirsten, stop. Your mother loves you very much. Just last week she was saying how much she missed you. Sometimes mothers and daughters drift apart. Dorothy and I did.
Church in style.
You are?
This is my gift to you. I just wanted a minute alone with you to give my blessings, to show I care. Don't you see? I am that hair.
Listen, we have a flight. You'll always be my sisters. Always.